If you like talking,
Women.
Ladies.
men,
Topic.
Conversations.
and occasional uninformed politics,
Multiple talking women is for you.
Hit it! Hey, everybody. Well, hold on. This is visual, so we have to see. Hello, my name is Paula Gherkin. I am the producer of Multiple Talking Women, and welcome to our first YouTube.
Hi, Internet. I have a mouthful of chocolate. Go ahead.
Hi, Internet and just intersphere, interglobes, interuniverse. My name is Lana Brown. I am one of the hosts on the incredible Multiple Talking Women. This is our first time where you can see us moving and talking. This is the most incredible kind of globally earth-shattering podcast. Welcome.
Oh, boy.
Welcome. Welcome to all God's creatures. I'm Felicity Bramblebush.
You know what? Let's right off the bat, if you've been listening to our podcast, you'll know that this comes up quite often where somebody, one of these two usually, decides to put something in their mouth right off the bat, like right before they know we're about to get rolling. And that's a problem, and it bothers me.
It's comforting. It goes back to suckling on your mother's teeth. It's
Okay.
comforting and soothing to
Okay.
know that you have nutrition, even if it's whatever.
This is all new for us. It's showing up in a public way, and I have a moment of panic, and I feel like I want to shove something in my mouth. I'm working on it.
Okay.
We're working on a lot, and we
Great.
want to share it with you. If this is your first time hearing of us, then I'm gobsmacked. But I want to encourage you to go and listen to our pilot episode. That's just for the ears. But since this is also for the ears and
Some
eyes...
people don't like to do things with their ears. They just want to do things with their eyes. And that's all right.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah.
I think...
All types of people. So if you are that person and you're like, hey, I'm not going to go listen to any of that. I'm going to just watch you here. I'm going to start from scratch from today. Then I feel like we got to let those people know.
Well, what if you're driving a car or a truck
Then
or
you're
a
not.
cart?
Then you don't get to.
Then you listen
No.
only.
Well,
No, you can watch in your car. I watch in my car.
while you're driving.
Of course.
With your 12 children?
That's right. Each one of them has a screen.
This is a good point. What car do you have a car that you can put all 12 in?
Yeah, it's a Cadillac Escalade.
Oh, it fits 12.
It fits 12.
Oh.
I haven't had it tricked out.
Oh, okay.
So they all jam in there, and it's a tight squeeze.
Did you make it like a party bus so it's like the chairs going around?
That's exactly what I did.
Okay.
And so they're all sitting there looking at their screens?
That's right. Headphones on, no one says a peep, and I'm watching my programming.
And are they watching Veggie Tales, which is a Christian series about vegetables that follow Christ?
Oh, I didn't know that was a Christian series.
Oh my gosh, wait. What if that's a metaphor? Vegetables following Christ. Like I'm a vegetable. I don't have any brain.
Oh,
We're gonna be in trouble.
Oh, please.
And I'm gonna get in
trouble.
That's a stretch,
Well,
honey.
They're not thinking. It's not brains.
Okay.
Who created vegetables?
Christ.
Thank you.
Even I got to give it up. Gaia.
Okay.
To me, they're all one. Gaia, Christ, Earth,
Sure.
Mother, Source, Energy. Do people need to know, like, who we are?
That's
Are we
what
gonna-
I'm trying to do, but we keep
Oh!
going off on topic. So
Oh.
let's start with you two. These two, I'll get started. Some people you're sick of hearing it. You've heard it a million times. If you were a listener, that these two met, a couple years ago when they auditioned and performed in the musical Cats in Simi Valley. Is that right?
That's
It is.
right.
Yeah. And it didn't go great for you two.
Well, the impetus, to use a big fancy word, was that I needed to perform. I have the artistic in me. I have a primary man and a child in my life. We live in the Hollywood Hill. But then I have two men that are also there, and they both live one lives with his family of origin, and one lives with his wife and kids in Simi Valley. Driving there one night to visit one of my lovers, I see the audition sign. The
Yeah,
Simi
and
Valley
you do it.
Community Playhouse. I meet this lady. What was your impetus for wanting to audition for Cats?
My impetus was moving to Southern California from the Midwest because my husband needed to attend a rehabilitation facility for being an addict of sorts, an addict to the elderly sexually. And I am stuck in Pasadena with 12 children. And I think I need to get out of here. I am screaming into my cookie jar, and I need an outlet. I get in my Escalade, and I drive north. I land in Simi Valley. I see a gaggle of people around a community center. The Lord is working through me at this point, and I enter, and it's an audition for Cats. And I think, okay,
And you were feeling like you needed some friends, right? I mean,
well, that's exactly right.
Yeah,
I know Noah.
Yeah.
I was uprooted.
Yeah.
I left everything behind, and so
So she sang in her audition.
I did.
She sang Dumb Dog.
I sang "Dumb Dog" from Annie. I was panicking, and that's what came out of my mouth.
Sure. That's all right.
And I didn't sing. I did a little movements.
Yeah.
And we were both cast as Jellicle Cats.
Jellicle Cats?
Jellicle Cats.
Jellicle Cats.
All right. You say it different every time.
That's true. You struggle with L's and
S's.
J's
And S's. Because did you hear her say Hollywood Hill?
Hollywood
She puts
Hill.
S's on things that don't have S's, and then she takes the S's off things that always have an S. Hollywood,
Wow.
your argument,
it's just incorrect.
your
There's-
argument would be, if you said hills and I said, why are you
No.
saying hills? Your argument would be multiple hills.
No, it's all one hill. It's all connected.
Okay.
I don't think
Okay.
that's right. I don't think. That's
Anyways,
right.
the way I got involved with these two briefly is, I saved this one of her kids from getting hit by a car.
because she was a groundskeeper at my
I was a
son's
groundskeeper
school.
at her son's school, and I saw him just, lollygagging across the walkway, and I saw a car come on, and I dove, and I got him out of the way. And you said, hey, would you like to be the producer of a podcast? And I said, okay.
You had nothing going on.
I had nothing going on.
Because we were like, okay, being extras in the back of the play wasn't exactly creative fulfilling. We're very different, as you can tell, but we became best friends.
That's right.
And guess what? We want to do something else more creative, and we hear that podcast is the way to go.
Listen, there's the great thing about a podcast is anyone can have one, and you don't have to be talented.
Oh.
And that works for you too.
And because of who Paula is, and I think you just insulted us.
That hurt. That was below the belt.
Well,
But it's just a nonstop onslaught of insults. So it's just,
I'm just about brutal honesty.
what hills are we going to die on, right?
true.
Brutal
So
honesty.
because Paula has so many odd jobs, she has a lot of contacts in Los Angeles, and that's the long and the short of it. There's nothing special about her.
I have built up some really good contacts because I've done a lot of odd jobs for famous people. And what I always make sure I do, almost always, is, I make sure, I help them out in some way. I save them some way that they say, oh, let me give you a gift certificate to a Chili's. Or they say, hey, let me give you a gift certificate to a Chili's or something. And I say, no, you know what? I'm good. You owe me one. How about instead you owe me one? And I never knew, what am I going to, how am I going to take these up? How am I going to,
Yeah.
And then now I have a reason. I say, okay, I'm calling those people in. Kristen Wiig saved her life.
when she was choking on a cracker.
When she was choking on a cracker, I was out doing her driveway. I saw her choking.
You supply meat to Ron Perlman.
I supply meat to Ron
has
Perlman.
a
I
meat
give him
truck.
my best cuts.
Yeah.
He
threw
tried
it-
to tip me. I said, no, you'll just owe me one.
She has a puppy party business.
Yep,
And she built shelves for Catherine Hahn.
that's right.
And also a soup stress.
Yeah, I make soups.
Yes,
Yeah, I owned a soup cafe for a little while.
a soup cafe.
Yeah.
How did you get us Billie Eilish? Because that was a big one.
Yeah, well, I knew her mom, Maggie Baird. And,
If you got in with the mother, you got in with the child.
yeah, you get in, and I'm vegan. Even though I sell meats, I don't eat the meats.
That must be difficult.
And sometimes I trick people
oh.
because there's a lot of fake meats out there that seem real, and I'll say, "Oh, look at this fresh cut."
They're big
and I'll
vegans.
wink to myself.
And I
they
think
don't
that's
know.
actually what Billie Eilish is talking about in her new hit song.
Oh.
Is
lunch.
those trick meats that she eats for lunch because she's a vegan.
I don't know it. You can tell them. How does it go?
Billie Eilish has a song that's talking about eating lunch. I could eat the girl for lunch.
I could eat that girl for lunch. She dances on my tongue.
Yeah. I have a very visual mind, so I'm seeing bits of flesh dancing around.
I think she's talking about eating pussy.
How dare you? We've met Billie Eilish. She is a gorgeous, young, talented, professional woman. She would never sing about that. She's singing about a sandwich.
Okay. She is the most beautiful person I've ever seen in my life. And I don't give compliments out easy.
Yeah,
I would
have
agree
to
with you
agree.
there.
The Skins, which
Skin.
is my platform, is Skins and Skin Health and Creams, oils, lotions, salves, ointments. I don't know what she's using, but I wanted to live in a vat of it. Have you seen the movies Dune?
Yeah.
You know the big guy who goes into the oil and bubbles, and he goes in there?
I
The
forget.
big guy.
Oh, yeah, sure. That big, chubby guy.
I want to bubble and roast in one of those.
In just an oil pit.
Why does that guy go in that oil pit in
What does this have to
It
do
heals
with
him. It
Billie
heals him.
Eilish?
It has nothing to do with Billie Eilish.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's about skins.
But
They also
yeah.
started an organization before we move on.
Yeah, support and feed.
Support and feed.
That's. I mean, I drive one of their vans. That's how I knew Maggie.
Right.
She just like I need a competent van driver to drop these meals off.
right.
Looked on Craigslist. There I was. I have a van. I use it, also for puppy parties, but I clean it out if I'm delivering meat or
Yeah, the
or
puppies
vegan
must go
meals.
crazy if they're here smelling the meat.
But
Yeah.
you never accept a payment in the form of anything monetary.
And isn't that lucky? Because didn't we have Billie Eilish on our podcast and Maggie Baird on our podcast? So
And it
isn't
is lucky, but
that is
didn't
lucky.
that
But
pay off?
I do wonder where how you have some this hidden fortune or something.
Oh, well, as I talked about on another podcast, I believe, I brought myself up.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
I just remember being little and, cooking up my eggs and my toast.
At age 4, no less.
Yeah, by myself. And I just remember being on my own. And I was, not many 4-year-olds own their own home. So I started young with some good capital.
Did you wear blazers at that age?
Yeah, I went to I was gifted a
A gift certificate to Men's Warehouse?
no, I was gifted
Burlington
a
Coat Factory.
education at a school where you wore uniforms.
Oh, that's where the blazers.
So I always had a blazer on.
And you've just been investing in real estate since you were.
Yeah, I sold that house when I was 12, and I've been climbing that ladder ever since. Anyways, okay, what I want to know is what have people got going on now? What we have done? How many episodes have we done? Intern, how many episodes have we done? Do you know?
39.
Our intern's here, which, by the way, we will get to this mess that she left on the table for us in a second. But we've done 39 episodes. I want to know, what have you learned? Do you feel like you're using your journalism career well? Do you feel like you're getting more talented? What either of you can answer. And I'd like to, what are you yawning about? Lana's yawning.
So I have not been able to stop yawning. It's almost
Okay.
a weird, some sort of parasympathetic reflex.
I'm worried that this YouTube can see your entire undercarriage yawning. I mean, how short is this dress?
That sounded like you were calling me Yanni. I'm worrying that they can see your whole undercarriage, Yanni. Yanni should be my nickname. Who cares?
Yeah.
Let's do a little moment of what's it called?
Okay, say
Basic
it.
instinct, bringing
No.
it on.
No, we're gonna get in
Zooming the
trouble.
camera in.
Okay. I've heard about there's a thing where you can lock up your man's junk in like an iron,
Chastity belt for a man.
like a chastity belt, and then the wife can have the key, so he can't get to it.
No.
Oh.
Have you thought about ever getting that for your man?
No. That's for me to wear.
Oh,
No.
really? You?
Yeah.
But I don't even see you as having any sexual feelings that we'd need to be worried about. Like I don't. Are you eyeballing men out there that you're worried? Oh, I got to keep this locked up.
Well, men are eyeballing me.
Oh.
That's the issue.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
cannot walk down the street.
So they can't get in
without
because you're
being-
locked up.
That's exactly right.
Oh,
And
all right.
only my husband and my father can open it up.
Wait
To
a
be
minute.
clear, the
Your
father opens it for
father meaning your husband.
That's right.
Okay, you're
He's my
calling them the
husband
same
and my father.
and your daddy
And my
Sure,
daddy.
Sure. Because for a minute that was nerve-wracking. Okay, can someone answer my question? How's it going? Do we like doing a podcast? Do you feel good about it? What do you like about it?
We are learning so much. Can we
Yes.
agree on
Like
that?
what?
Yes. We have 39 guests we've had on, and every time they leave us with a nugget of knowledge.
Yeah, do you remember that show, The Actors Studio, with James Lipton?
Yeah.
Oh my God, ours is 10 times more mic drop moments.
Yeah.
You know? Mm-hmm. We're trying to
10
learn
times.
how to be like some of these people that come in.
Yeah.
I want to have some of the perks that they have. Concierge medical service, bags of skincares and things of this nature. But then also we're learning how to get through the hard times in Hollywood, which can be very hard. How they make it. We had a guest who drove to California. I'm not going to give it away in case you haven't listened yet. And on the freeway had to go like this, like Flintstones, with their hand and foot on the ground to make the car get moving
Yeah.
in the snow. It's not easy is what we're learning here.
Another thing we learn is you have to be.
Oh, God, your headband.
My God.
It's like the crown of thorns of
For
Jesus.
people listening, her headband fell off. What a
I'm
mess.
only human. I know.
Right.
I know.
It's a ridiculous
I'm
headband.
perfect in all ways, but things do fall off my head sometimes.
Okay.
To be yourself, to be your authentic self, and I'm here to say I am ready to be me, and what I am is a trad wife. That's right. I'm not afraid to say it. You might cancel me.
Except that
you
you're
know, I feel
here.
like I am being canceled every day
Well,
for being.
But this is kind of a job. So is that a trad wife to have a podcast job?
Am I making any money?
Oh, that's true. We're not making
So really, it's just like
So
a
what happens
volunteer.
if we make money at this? You can't do it anymore?
That's right.
Oh,
You're
wow.
gonna have to find a replacement.
Well, we had your hairdresser once
Great.
help us out, and
Great.
We'll have her back.
great.
I don't think anyone's heard that or seen
Or
that
I will
episode
come
yet.
and host the show. I'm sorry, is this boring you?
I cannot stop
And,
yawning, and it has nothing to do with my excitement.
Okay.
and I just will refuse payment.
I see. That's great. Well, then you and I will split payment, and she won't get any.
Good, because I need
Because
bags
it's
of
important
cash.
for me to be here, okay? Because I represent diversity.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be told anything different. I'm a white, conservative, traditional mother of 12. And people in Los Angeles don't want people like me around, okay? And I know I'm not welcome here, okay?
May I ask what you're making from scratch? Because that's a thing traditional housewives do, right? They make a lot from scratch. Is there something?
Ew, I don't
Is there
wanna
something
know.
you are known for making from scratch?
Jello.
Oh. So you find the collagen, meat proteins,
Wait a
gelatins.
minute. But are you okay? Do you consider making things from scratch using a box first?
No, I have a butcher, and I say,
Oh, when you go
save
get the gelatin.
hooves.
Got it. So you boil those hooves,
And I
you
boil
make
the
your own
hooves, and I
Jell-O.
grind them, and I make the jellos.
Oh boy.
Yikes.
And they're a hit. My family eats Jello most meals.
Even
Jello and ham.
Savory jellos, too.
That's right.
I've been using my journalistic degree from the Women's University of Women's Journalism of the Women's Panama Canal a lot.
There's 3 womenens in there.
Yes,
It
there's
changes a
many.
little bit every.
Many. I ask questions through the lens of a multi-ethnic journalist.
Sure.
And people of every ethnicity.
Hard hitting.
Yes.
Hard-hitting.
Feel comfortable because they know part of me is part of them and one of them.
That's true.
I'm multi-ethnic.
Sure.
And don't argue otherwise.
I'm not going to. I've done it before, and I'm not in the mood.
No, swimming in the blood.
Does anyone care what I've learned?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Tell us.
You tell us how difficult we are, so that's one thing.
I've learned I feel like I'm wrangling chickens a lot of the time.
Oh.
Who's the chickens?
You too.
Take a guess.
Because here's why, guys. Where we work, there's 2 floors. The podcast is on. We're on the 3rd floor. Well, I'm up here. They're on the 2nd floor. I go down to get them. They come to the 3rd. There's just moving up and down floors. So that's that. I got to wrangle. All right. The wrangling's hard.
Ain't nobody here but us chickens.
Okay. And then,
I like that song.
But I'll tell you what I like. I didn't know I would like this. Turns out I'm a really good producer.
I wouldn't argue with
wouldn't
that.
argue.
I'm getting these guests in here. I'm getting them in left and right, and I ask good questions. I fill in the blanks where you two, if are yawning and eating. I'm ready for the question if you guys are up to something over there, and I'll tell you, a lot of these stars that are coming in, I'm getting cards on the way out, and they're saying, "Hey, I'm working on a project. I'd be interested to talk to you about producing
So
it."
they're handing you physical cards.
They're handing me business cards.
Is this
Or-
a veiled threat? Are
Yeah.
you that you
Hey.
are getting better opportunities? So we better not make you wrangle us.
I'm just getting offers. That's all I'm saying. I'm just getting offers. I'm thinking
well,
about it.
maybe we're getting offers too.
All right, great. But I didn't care about this business. But now I'm like, all right, maybe I'll produce some movies. Maybe I'll direct some movies. I'm hearing all these people talk about writing. I'm like, I can write things. I have plenty of stories. So who knows what I might do next?
Paula suffers from severe confidence.
I could do anything I feel like.
Yeah, she really does. But I have to give it to her as much as I don't want to. Give it to her and her jeans that she never washes. Side note, she takes her jeans and just puts them in the sun, and the UV rays kills all the germ.
And actually,
That's what she says.
They're all out in the sun today, and I'm wearing an athletic pant today,
An athletic pants.
which is not
Moisture
my
wicking.
favorite. Not my favorite to wear. I like jeans. I like denim. I like it. I like a hard fabric. So if I were to take a spill, I get protection from that hard denim fabric.
I'd like to see you in denim and a denim blazer at some point.
Well,
I also
get
want to
one.
announce what I'm wearing, if you haven't noticed already.
Yeah.
I'm a human disco ball! Da 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 da.
great.
I want to notice what I'm wearing.
You want to notice yourself?
I
You would
also
like
want
us to notice.
I am wearing a modest dress. I am stopping wearing pants. I'm no longer wearing pants because I'm attracting too much of the wrong energy.
Now, is
when I
that
wear
because
pants.
pants you can see the outline of the...
That's part of
Cervix?
it. That's part of it. And it's sending a message. I can do what men can do.
Oh.
And I can't, nor would I ever want to.
This looks like a dress that has matching ones for your girl children.
Of course that it is.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
And little suits for my boys.
Oh, so you all match, all 12 of you.
That's right.
How nice. How nice for
Oh,
them.
it is nice. It is so nice.
Okay. Can we talk about this right now? Because this is something our intern, she, I guess, just thought, hey, this would be cute to dress up the set. And these are...
They're adorable.
So
aren't they?
these
These
are...
precious moments.
people.
These are Sonny Angels, I guess. And what I didn't know about these, because I've heard about these, these are what would you call these? These are on social media and stuff, right? Like people talk about this. I didn't know they had little penis and balls on them. Are all of them boys? Or is there any? Yeah, like why? That's
Felicity,
interesting.
can you pass me the green alien one?
Sure.
People will stick a penis on a doll left and right.
That's
They
a
will not put a
cheerleader.
vagina on a doll, and that's
It's an alien cheerleader.
That's crazy. I'd love to see a couple
Well,
of.
this is a little girl
labia.
doll, and she's got it right. She's wearing flowers from her garden.
Well, what's that called?
And that's women's
What
work.
is that called?
The Pop Mart Blind Box Pucky.
Pop Mart.
Pop Mart
Blind Box Pucky.
And then what's this guy called? Because he has no genitals.
Gentle.
Suskis?
Smiskis.
Smiskis.
And we got Sneeze Hey,
They're sneaky.
actually, this one reminds me of me. On the go, checking the watch.
No,
Gotta go.
That one is a lot
Doing
like
business.
You. That one is a lot
This one's like you
you
too, because it's a cheerleader, but it has a blank expression on it, an angry expression.
Well, that's true. Yeah,
So
this
it's like,
one's
do
this
better.
one's stressed out. It's like, where are you guys? You're on the second floor. You're on the third floor. Where is everybody?
God, I want to put this in my mouth. The texture looks so good.
You want to chew on that thing?
I just want to feel it against my teeth. Mouth
Yeah.
feel.
Now this one
Don't.
has male genitalia,
But I won't.
but he has a little cookie hat, little cookies on his head, and I'm saying no. That's for the ladies.
You know what I've recently
Wait,
learned?
only ladies can eat cookies?
Make the cookies.
Oh.
Well, maybe his lady partner did it. But you know what I don't like?
Oh, and he put them on his head. I see.
Certain demographics call women's genitalias cookie. My cookie.
Oh.
I don't like it.
I like it better than most other words. Oops.
Oh.
His head came off.
But it's a good point. Does Billie Eilish say anything about eating a cookie in
Maybe.
that song, in that lunch song?
Slobbering on a cookie with some chocolate chips. My cookie's filled with creams and different tasty treats.
Okay.
Felicity, can you put the alien Sminsky back?
You
Yeah, I think
I feel like, well, go ahead. I feel like you have nothing to say, but you were trying to come up with something. And we don't need to, because guess what? We've talked for long enough.
Okay, I was going to ask what your belief
What
on...
time are we at? How long have we talked for? 30 minutes?
24 minutes.
Jesus.
Okay, we have 6 minutes.
Do you want to sell this product that you have next to you? I don't know.
That's a good point. Yeah, let's. I did put this out here. Well, I just like. I don't. Can you? Was this in frame down here? You can see it down here too? Okay. I just have this out because I want to put WD-40 back on the map. Because people don't realize, like, I think if you're a young person, not something you know about.
She
right?
brings this everywhere to friends' houses.
Bring it everywhere.
For dinners.
Yeah.
It's embarrassing, frankly.
I leave a friend's house and, I might get a text on a group chain going like, weird, after you guys all left, my bathroom door wasn't squeaking anymore. As if that just happened. And I say, no, I had my WD-40 anyways, everyone should have this. Lube up everything. Lube up everything in your house because stuff lasts longer when it's lubed.
But don't breathe it in. Or,
Well, I mean, it's the type of thing. It's okay if. Yeah, you know what? I'm not even going to say that because someone's going to do it. They're going to die. It's going to be my fault. Don't breathe it in.
Don't breathe it in. But
breathe it
since I'm not originally from America, can that be used to like oil up your joints?
No.
who are you, the Tin Man? No.
Who am I, the Tin Man? I think I am.
What
Look
you
at my
need is
outfit today.
hyaluronic acid. Are you taking your hyaluronic acid? Is everyone
No.
taking it? No?
That's for joints?
Yes.
In what form? Pills?
Pills.
Gels?
Pills.
No, I thought that was a topical oil.
No.
I thought it was a topical oil.
But you can
There's
also
so many pills.
Here, if you want to know about supplements, I know because as a runner, I can tell you what makes you run fast. You need lubed joints and you need hyaluronic acid.
I would like to hear you say that word.
What?
Hyaluronic.
Hyaluronic acids.
Sure. Close
Perfect.
enough. It's perfect.
Well, no, the amount of supplements you suggest that the average person takes is going to fill up my whole, hey, here's something interesting. I just purchased a tiny home.
What?
Yeah.
What? This is big news.
And the amount of supplements I take is going to cover the entire counter.
Where's your tiny home?
Is it some sort of love shack?
Yes, that's how it started.
Did you put it in Simi Valley because you were sick of?
Exactly.
Ah,
And sometimes my primary and I go up there just to get away and pretend that we're like we just met.
But it's no abuelitas allowed.
No grandmothers allowed, of course not. It's tiny. It's like the size of this chair.
Do you ever do what's it called when like role play where you go, oh, I'm going to go to this bar. And
Yes.
then my primary is going to come in and go, oh, hello, what's your
Yes.
name? And then you bring them back to your tiny home.
Yes, the other day my primary suggested we do a role play where I don't like him. And he has to fight very hard to win my attention.
Oh, that's fun.
And after I asked why do we do this one, and he said, because you're always so desperate for me. It makes me not interested in you. I turn my head, there you are.
Wow.
Make it seem like you're a little bit of a challenge. I say, I have lovers littering the streets of Simi Valley, and you don't see me as a challenge? No, apparently. I'd say most men would want me to be there.
No,
lurking
but don't
around
you
the
understand why? This is why I've got, men creeping when women and our intern always creeping around me because I'm not interested.
corner?
So they can't get enough of trying to get my attention.
This is something that's
what
come
this
up.
is. This is a love letter, and then it's backfiring because I hate it.
This is
I
something.
have an idea, actually, to maybe put some fire in my own marriage. If I
Ooh.
could borrow your tiny home for a moment, what about a little bit of a Little Red Riding Hood? I dress up like a little
Like the
old
grandmother.
lady, the grandmother.
And who's a knock, knock, knock?
A knock, knock, knock.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then
what
here-
big eyes
And the-
you have.
That's right. What big eyes you have. What big.
Cookie you have.
That's fun.
That's fun.
You two should do that. That sounds great.
You know,
May I?
sure, but you have to saran
She
wrap
didn't
it.
invent it. This is something people do.
Oh, she can borrow mine.
All
You
right.
just saran wrap it.
I'm going to burrow in it.
I have a good costume closet if you need to dress up like an old woman.
I do.
Okay. I have to sometimes wear costumes out of my home because
Right.
I got people tailing me.
Party jobs too.
Well-
when you have to dress up.
Sure.
Sure.
Can I just say something that occurred to me?
I guess.
Your senator husband, who's addicted, he's a gerontophile, which is he's into elders. Did you know that elderly their ears and their nose continue growing, but so do their genitals?
No, I didn't
They
know
get
that.
bigger and bigger.
Ears,
female
nose, and
ones?
genitals.
Genitals,
Female
yeah.
ones as well?
It turns into a huge camel's
Cookie.
toe. Yeah.
As you get older.
Yeah.
Is there
huge.
anything to prevent that?
Probably, according to you, hyaluronic acid.
Yeah,
And
probably.
WD-40.
Yeah, lube it up.
Please don't put WD-40 in your cookie.
Don't put it in your cookie. All right, can we wrap it up now?
Sure.
I got a meeting with
Who? Who? Who's
Okay.
I don't know if I should tell you.
Damn it, it's right. It just makes me want you
now
more.
I feel like you're lying if you
Yeah.
don't say.
All right, I have a meeting with Jillian Bell because she's thinking about having me produce a project she's got coming up.
Oh.
So
You
All right,
consulted
well,
her
as-
on the marathon movie she did.
As long
The
as you
running.
can
that's right.
produce a movie for Jillian Bell and also produce our podcast.
Well, we'll see.
Here's a question for you guys. Who do you guys have coming up for the new YouTube era?
Oh, yeah, YouTube. Okay. All right. I'll give it to you, intern. That was a decent question. Who do we have coming up for YouTube?
Neff.
Have you heard of Will Neff?
I loved talking to
He
him.
was a joy. Nat Faxon.
Yeah.
Was a joy.
Oscar winner.
Hello.
Ever heard of it?
YouTube star extraordinaire, in addition to Will Neff, is
And
Gabe Gibbs.
Oh, Gabe Gibbs. And
Gabe
TikTok
Gibbs.
extraordinaire Michael D. Burke.
Yeah.
And
D.
Ginger
Burke.
Gonzaga. That's going to be our first YouTube guest. Is that right? She-Hulk,
plays
anybody?
She-Hulk!
She does not
Hello.
play She-Hulk. She plays She-Hulk's friend.
She.
Come on. Get it right.
That's right.
Same thing.
But she's a
Sure.
fantastic actress.
She's such a good actress.
Oh, my God. And
Gary
the
Anthony
stories.
Williams, Cedric Yarborough,
And True Valentino.
Kate Flannery. Is that one of our ones from? Yeah, Kate Flannery.
From The Office.
From
the Office.
Yeah, it's gonna be so much fun. You're gonna actually get to see all our faces.
There's merchandise if you want it. There's going to be so much growth going on both sides
Yeah.
of the camera.
Yeah. We may have a sponsor coming up where we talk about some
Yeah.
products.
We might have a magician on
Sure,
or a palm reader.
sure.
And we are being made a lot of promises here. A lot of our guests have said they're going to cast us. And so
Yes.
please tune in and find out whether that comes
that
to
happens
fruition
or
or
not.
is it just...
Yeah.
We're taking
hope
the
so.
entertainment industry by the cookies,
Yeah, sure.
by the big, thick cookies.
We're doing the work.
We're doing the work. I'm hungry now for thick cookies. You know, I tried the cookie brand Crumble the other
Okay.
day, even though I'm not supposed to be eating sugar or sweets.
Yeah, why'd you do that?
It was dry.
Yeah. So you wasted your sweet tally
Yeah.
on a dry cookie.
I do
Well,
have
you
a
lose
tally.
you don't have it for a while, you lose your taste for it.
Yeah, that's good. I haven't had any since, and, I'm surviving.
That's fine. All right. That's a wrap on Multiple Talking Women First YouTube television show. Episode.
Multiple talking
Thank
women.
you.
Multiple talking women.
Ooh, Oprah.
Multiple Talking Women is hosted by Lauren Burns, Ariane Price, and Lisa Shurga, and produced by Cara Fano and Amelia Misko at Stampede Ventures for the Stampede Podcast Network. Okay, I'm done now.